I hope you'll enjoy this presentation of Just Once in Eternity, a poetic account of a night in Gethsemane by Dale Lind and read for you by the author. The silent Garden of Gethsemane turned gray by solemn moonlight. Silence chilled this sacred night, casting a pall on rock and tree. The stars above in cloudless sky, the breeze that barely stirred, would halt the footsteps dimly heard of their Maker coming soon to die. Walking there, his head bowed low, amidst his closest friends, wanting, needing the strength that lends support that only loved ones show. He'd been to them a faithful guide in times of laughter, joy, and fears, a rock these past 3 precious years, teaching them in love abide. Christ asked for naught, he freely gave, but now this night they might repay the love he'd shown from day to day, a caring word ease his path to a grave. Even now he little asked, so little he desired, as he bade them wait beneath a tree. I step apart to pray, pray with me, for evil forces and our friend conspired. Peter, James, and John drew near. He bid them stay awake. Nature knows the path I take, but you till now have failed to hear. He left them there. He hoped they'd pray. He had so much to face. With stumbling steps he sought the place, his favorite spot to pray. "O God, my Father, hear me now. Remove this cup from me," he pled. "Not by my will, but yours," he said, as sweat streamed down his furrowed brow. Needing love and kinship then, he rose unsteady from his knees. With halting steps through waiting trees, he sought support from mortal men. But Peter, James, and John were sleeping, lost in dreams of kingdom come. He needed them, he might succumb unless they prayed, a strong watch keeping. So with a sigh he knelt beside them, shook them gently, "Please wake up. I need you now, for soon I drink a bitter cup, for evil forces soon will capture and condemn." But twice again he found them sleeping. They couldn't seem to understand his greatest need, support, a hand, this final vigil with him keep. Distant footsteps, angry clamor, Jesus rose to stand. His hour had come, his strength renewed. "Arise," he called, "accuser, soon intrude." A Judas kiss bought with silver, betrayal now at hand. At last awake, their fear exploding, like a flare, confused, bewildered, anxious glances, armored soldiers wielding lances. Action needed, which of them would dare? Impulsive Peter knew just what to do. With slashing sword, a servant lost an ear. Fight he would, defend his Lord so dear, but Jesus stopped him. Let no fight ensue. Perplexed, bewildered, confused, and afraid, saving themselves, they scurried away, quailing and hiding on that dreadful day. But some stopped their running, their attempts to evade. One followed discreetly, but most hadn't tried. Not one would step forward, much less testify. And Peter, bold Peter, 3 times would deny. But Jesus still loved them, forgave them, and died. Just once in eternity when God needed man. Just once and man failed, no witness in court. Though dying alone and bereft of support, he finished his work. He completed his plan. Yes, what of those who failed him then? The Spirit brought courage and made each one brave. Accepting his yoke, each shared to their grave, spreading the gospel with preaching and pen. What conquerors those who failed him then? But what of me? I fail each day. He loves me still and shows the way. Salvation is free. I'm forgiven. Amen.